What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Almost Brothers podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by Dunklin County Transit.
DCT, anyone can ride. At Dunklin County Transit, our goal is to provide safe, reliable, and accessible transportation options to meet the diverse needs of not only Dunklin County, but our entire Southeast Missouri community.
We are committed to ensuring that all residents, regardless of their circumstances, age, or income, have access to essential services, healthcare facilities, employment opportunities, and recreational activities, and more.
Through our transport services, we aim to enhance mobility, promote well-being, and foster community connectivity. You can go in the show notes below, click the link to DunklinCountyTransitMalden.com, or you can go to the website dctsmalden.com. That's dctsmalden.com. And don't forget, anyone can ride.
Ooh, that's a good one right there.
Who's Beth
That
Cooper?
is a good one.
Yeah.
That's it's a movie. It's got
Hayden
Panettiere in it.
Terry.
Oh, yeah. That's the chick from Heroes, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I have one
Wasn't she in like a
Cheerleader
horse
saved the
movie?
world.
A horse movie?
Like a movie about a horse?
I don't know. I'm not like a
I'm
Hayden
not-
Panettiere connoisseur.
I ain't either.
I know she was in Bring It On.
She wasn't bringing it. Oh, gosh.
She's
Was
always
she?
been a cheerleader.
Oh, yeah.
She got
Was it the
typecast
first
as a
one?
cheerleader.
Bring It On, In It to Win It.
And it's a win. Yeah. No, the first one was Kirsten Dunst.
Yes, it was. The first one is an absolute classic. Richard, I'll fight you over it. What are you pointing at?
Thursday night.
It's Friday night. Oh, I meant Friday night.
Dang.
Who wrote that? You was here when I wrote it.
And it looks like a 7 instead
does.
of a T.
It's true.
Tyler, I don't need you to chime in at all.
Chime. Ding.
Ding.
Wong. I don't know.
Yeah, you would know, huh?
You make
Shut. We have to celebrate our differences.
That's so funny. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Almost Brothers podcast.
I think that's
As
6.
always, you what?
I think that was 6.
6? Yeah.
Or 5 or 6 ones. Yeah.
Okay.
How many throat clears are we going to have tonight?
I'm going to say
Stop.
over under how many? Go.
I'm going to go 5.
Go 5.
I'm giving him.
I'm gonna suffer through it.
Just hold on tight.
I'm just gonna. There's a guy I saw on TikTok that he was like challenged himself, like he was smoking marijuana. He's like, I'm gonna try to go the whole video of not choking, and he's just red in the face. He's crying. He's just.
Oh my God. That's literally we're gonna be talking. What do you think, Tyler? He's like, I'm gonna go 3.
All right.
I'm gonna go 3.
All right. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm suffering already.
already his throat's starting to get a little tickle going
Well, I
on.
was singing a lot, and
That's what I was up there. I'm like, man, I feel like, because I was singing too during prayer.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I'm gonna lose my voice in the
Yeah.
next couple days.
Emily went to church camp for 3 days, and she is
No voice.
hoarse,
Oh, yeah.
man.
that's
Yeah.
Tuesday when we were at church meeting, Preston was saying, because they went to like a couple different camps this week, and his son Parker had no voice
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yep.
After the first camp, they had a whole nother one to go to.
Yeah,
That's awesome, dude.
Man.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and in the middle of it, you're like, this is awesome, and then you're like,
Next day, the next day is that was awesome.
I had such a great time. Here with me as always, Richard Randall. How are you?
Good.
Ta-ta. That doesn't count as one. That doesn't count as one.
No,
Well,
I'm gonna power through it.
We have some special guests today. We got Mr. Bob Cooper.
Hello.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That was a good show.
It was.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Who
not
was- Who
familiar.
was the guy? Who was that? Mark. Mark.
I can't remember his
Wahlberg.
name.
No,
No. What?
No.
No.
Zuckerberg.
No.
Where-
Well, you're getting farther away. I can't remember his name.
Now I
Mark
gotta
Curry?
know. Mark Curry.
Yep.
That's him.
Damon. No, it's Matt Damon. Sorry.
And Pastor Jared Morphew.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm good. Y'all were talking about losing your voices?
Yeah.
I'm there. I feel
Yeah.
that way. Yes.
Killer word tonight, man. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Absolutely.
So good.
You remember losing your voice all throughout boot camp?
Yes, about 3 different times.
I remember we were, what were we at?
Why would y'all go
week-
camping with boots?
That's just what we do. But no, I remember it was like, like week 9 or week 10. It was right before we did final drill, and our drill instructors let us call our parents home. I remember I called my mom, and she picked up the phone. Hello. I was like, hey mom. She's like, who is this?
Yeah.
Because we had no zero voice, and we're expected to scream the entire time. And
She hit you with the new phone. Who this?
yeah. Well, I was literally like, hey mom, like frog voice and
Yes. I do remember those days.
yep,
That is
good
fun.
times.
Well, man, we are here at Together Conference 2025. What'd y'all think?
It was really, really good, man.
So good.
The word was amazing. The worship
It
was
was.
amazing. It was just it
was great.
It was awesome.
So good. Ty, how you feel?
Feel good about it.
You ever get off stage and just like, yeah, I crushed it?
I try not to have that mindset because it's super like for real. It's super easy to have that mindset and to think it's about you and feel like it's about you.
Yeah.
And it's really not. But it's so hard because anytime I'm doing this, I never call it a performance.
Yeah.
There's always an aspect of quote unquote performing because
Right.
you're in front of people, you're playing music, but that's kind of it's almost like a back of my mind thing. What needs to be at the front is leading worship.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, and that's like the last song we did, the gratitude. You know, when God just shows up and everybody's got their hands raised and everybody's singing. Yeah, that's one.
No, I couldn't hold it anymore.
Couldn't hold it in.
That's one.
But when all that's going on, yeah, you got to really stay humble in
Yeah.
that and be like, it's not me.
Jared, do you ever
It's
get
God.
off and like, I absolutely sucked up there? Like, that was terrible.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been there. I've even, God forgive me. Like
Yeah.
I just felt like I just want to curl up and
Yeah.
never stand up again. And then I realized and the 2 questions, I was talking to Bobby about this
Yep.
on the way up here. I always ask myself 2 questions. And if I can answer them both honestly, then I know I've done what God's told me to do.
Yeah.
Number 1, are you doing what God is telling you to do? Or are you doing this because you want to do this?
Right.
So if it's something that God has told me to do, and I truly believe, and I've prayed about it, I've done everything I can do to search the will of God. And I know He wants me to be in Rector, Arkansas, preaching this message.
Yeah.
The second thing is, have you done everything possible to prepare for the sermon?
Yeah.
Have you done your part?
Right.
Have you put in the work? Have you prayed? Have you sought out God and really dug into what you're supposed to be preaching about that night?
Yeah.
So when I can answer those 2 things honestly and fully, it takes away 90% of the nerves and it helps me to settle in. And when I'm done, sometimes I do. I'm like, that wasn't nearly as good as what I thought it was going to be. But then people are like, that was great. That was an
Yeah.
awesome word. And I think that's putting too much on me, like pride in myself. That's
Right.
prideful to say that.
Right.
So I've learned to not downplay anything that God's doing.
Yeah.
Even if it's through me. I
Yeah.
try not to downplay it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good.
The one
Yeah,
thing I like
and you can
about
apply that to really any leadership position. You can apply as worship leader, youth leader, someone on the hospitality team or prayer team, whatever. You know, that's good.
Yep.
I know at our church at Liberty Hill, the last meeting we had, we really kind of dove into kind of the culture of the church and the culture of worship and what we're really trying to aim for. And our lead pastor Preston is talking about, 3. He I slipped one by you while you're talking. But he was kind of had a moment of like, of are my messages like, affecting people? Are they really hitting? And and he's always worried about going over time. And I try to reassure him like, yeah, time is one thing, there's a lot of logistics, but if God's putting something, in your heart, on your mind, in your sermon for you to preach to people,
Yeah.
that's important and it needs to stay.
Yeah.
And you need to say it.
Man, it took me a long time to learn that delicate balance between those 2 things, because I was very much on the side of, hey, let it go as long as it needs to go, doesn't matter, just preach.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the culture I grew up in as a kid in certain churches is God didn't move unless it was a 4-hour service. And I really had to learn that's not correct. You know, it's not okay to cut God off, but it's also not okay to just be willy-nilly with everyone's time.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to be taught by another pastor that I pastored under, like, you got to understand there's kids leaders that have kids in their rooms that are now you're going over 20 minutes. They've got to figure out something with the kids, and you've got because I mean, I would get mad. Like, parents would come in and interrupt service and like come and get their youth, and I'm like, look, like we're having a service here. And it's like, well, try to do better at balancing your service to where you're not going that long, because people have to get home. They've got to take their kids. They've got to get home. And I really had to learn that balance of be gracious of people's time, but also let God move.
Yeah. It's almost like praying, you know. I think it was, you know, Jesus was talking about to the Pharisees and basically talking about how the Pharisees are preaching these long, eloquent prayers, and really he was basically like, you can pray and get to the point.
Right.
I mean, because he gets to that when he starts talking about the Lord's Prayer in Matthew, when he's sitting there talking about it. Like, don't do this big, grander, extravagant thing to, hey, look at me. You need to just do the simple, this is what I'm after. And this is what God's telling me real quick to get to. And that way, next thing you know, God's moving through you. Yeah. And Jared, yes. I mean, tonight, 1,000%, that was definitely a God thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was not Jared Morphew. It was not Tyler up there with the praise team. It was definitely 100% God right there from the moment we started with the songs. Yeah. And I even told Jared, I was like, I don't know this first song. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I don't know it. I'm listening to it. I'm like, man, I like it. We get to the second one, and you know, it's the Honey on the Rock, and I was like, again, Jared's like, oh, I know this one. And I'm like, again, I still don't know this. But I stood there and I was like, I'm reading the word. Yeah. And you know, I don't know how. You know, I'm not a good singer to begin with.
Me neither.
My family will tell you that. So I'll sit there and I'll just, you know, normally I sing to myself, or you know, just a little bit above, so people don't around me are like, man, you need to be quiet. But I'm sitting there and I'm reading the words, and I was like, oh man, like everything, every part of that word, I was like, man, that is to the point of everything. Yeah. And I felt right then, as I was reading the lyrics, like God was straight up preparing my heart of like, this is where we're going tonight. Yeah. And so everything tonight was that way.
Oh yeah.
And it was you know, Jared was worried when he got off stage that he had gone too long. They pointed out that he'd been over an hour. I didn't know it.
Right.
It did not even. I didn't even look at the only regret that I had is I didn't bring my notebook to take notes tonight.
Okay.
I sure did. I went and sat down, and I was like, I don't have my phone or my notebook, because my phone we use it for camera, and I was like,
because I was like, oh man, I wish
so good,
because I'm not going to remember it.
I know.
I think he live streamed it. I think.
Okay, good. I can
and
go back.
And I know I was like Pastor Andrew was in front of me, and I just keep hitting him.
And I saw you hit him. Yes. I'm up there preaching. I thought, I'm taking from their sermon.
I'm like, dude, we just talked about that. I was on the way back from Jonesboro today, and we were on the phone. I'm like, we just talked about that today. I'm like, he's right on with what we're talking about.
I seen you slapping him, and I thought, they're going to have to redo their sermons tonight when they get home.
You hit on one of his scriptures, too, of like a sermon the sermon that he's working on for Monday. Yeah. And he's like, he better not be in mine either. Like, you need to send this dude back to the queen, man. Come on, get up.
That's a God thing,
man. And again, going back to that together, the whole theme of it is when you come in and you're hitting on exactly what we're all kind of thinking and feeling. Yes. That means you're all together and that you're all prayed up. You're all on the same page. Like, Tyler's really good at it. He'll send me. He'll be like, "Hey, what are you preaching on?" You know, when he's playing or whatever. He'll be like, "What are you preaching on?" And I like to not tell him, because usually God puts on his heart the songs that go with the message anyway. Yeah. So I'll be like, oh, I don't really know yet. And then he'll pick the songs. I'm like, you're right on. Yeah. You know, because God has kind of connected us all in that way.
So if it's not, you say, Tyler, you been praying this week?
just try to bust him out. I'll tell you if it happens.
How's your walk with God this week?
I don't know if it's ever happened that way where it's like, oh yeah, I don't like any of them going with what we're. It's just always kind of been on. It's like, oh, that's perfect, man. That sounds good. You know, because anytime I have them come or they've been in ministry with me, it's like, hey, I know your heart. You picked it. I'm not here to pick the songs for you. You pick, like every now and then I'll be like, hey, can you play this? Like I'm really feeling this song for this week or whatever. And I see you put in, I don't know when it is, but I seen you put in Here Again. You did that for me, didn't you? Don't
Sunday.
Don't like, dude.
I love that song.
I break every time that song plays.
Yeah.
It's
so
good.
will I.
Yeah.
And what did you just say?
I break every time it
Yes.
it comes, and I was like, I think he throws it. He knows I love that song, and every now and then I'm like, man, we all play this. Like I really,
Yeah.
He has in the past.
When I
really
said
wanna hear
so
that.
will I wasn't saying so will I. I'll do it too. I'm saying the song. So will
so will I. Oh,
Yes,
okay, yeah.
Oh,
those
So
two
Will I, that
songs,
one.
That's good stuff, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
that's a
This
good one,
one. Ooh, Brandon Lake's new. I'm sorry, Brandon Lake play.
There it
No,
is.
but
There it
his
is,
new
yeah.
song, King of Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you were telling
Oh,
us about it.
It is.
Oh,
it
that
is.
yeah.
That is
It
a
is
good one.
good. I'm gonna find like a quick little passage from it
You're
because
going to get us
Yeah,
sued.
I was just about to say, is
It'd
it
be all right.
copyrighted or?
No,
hey,
yeah, you can.
hey, all the credit to him.
It's
It
like
was
the
on his Instagram.
all the credit to him.
Well, and it's like the free use is if you're commenting. That's why you can have like YouTubers that play a video
Yeah.
and they comment on it and they don't get copyright because it's the free use is where if you're commenting and creating new content, reacting to that content, it's okay.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's like
Well, I
a
seen
kind of gray
something on
area.
YouTube, like if you're looking at another video and having like reaction or whatever you're doing, you can only play up to a certain
Yep.
time.
Yep.
And after
You have
that
a certain
time
amount where
limit-
you have to be saying something.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's why
yes.
they're always pausing it and
Yes.
like, hey, this is what I think, and then they just go on. Yeah.
You can't run straight through
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. You have like a certain amount. Yeah.
Yeah, let me read this. You gave your life. I gave you nothing. Sorry. You poured me grace. That's 6.
6.
Ooh,
You poured
right.
You poured me grace. That blood keeps on running. A love so great. You took my place. After all that I've done, I've been forgiven. Those scars made a way to enter your kingdom on golden streets beside a king. I was like,
So good.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Man, and I've been reading about just heaven, and I've got a message that I'm going to be talking about it. It's gnarly, the little details when it talks about heaven, and like, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away, but I'm going to kind of give it away. Okay.
I don't
Spoiler.
wanna-
So if anybody listens, they're going to get a little peek.
ding, ding,
It
spoiler alert.
It talks about the roads paved with gold, and it talks about how they're see through. Even the golden roads have to get out of the way of God's glory. Even they don't block the view of God's glory. I thought that was very interesting. That
I seen
they're gold, but they're see through.
Yeah.
I seen someone else kind of talking about the streets of gold, and they're talking about how one of the most valuable and precious like metals and things on earth is gold, but even in heaven, that treasure is used as something to
Under
walk
your
on.
feet. Yeah.
It's like cobblestone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
crazy.
just, man, it's beautiful. But
I've seen or ear have heard, man.
yeah, but man, but just getting back to together, man, it's so beautiful watching everyone from different walks of life, from different churches and different backgrounds come together and worship like that, man. There's something so beautiful about it. What is y'all's favorite? We're going to talk about kind of favorite things about coming together and your things that drive you crazy on when people don't come together. So what are some of your favorite things about people coming together? I know one for me is just like watching my kids interact with other kids from other families of people we don't always kind of get to hang out with. So I love seeing people come together and all the kids kind of playing, and it's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. That's it. All right, cool. That's good. That's good. Appreciate
I would
that.
say for me on that one, we get very complacent
Yeah.
of when we show up to church. That's my seat.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my pew. Don't make me move somewhere. Oh man, I can't believe somebody's sitting in my seat right now.
Yep.
Like, ooh, what
I'm
am I
about to
gonna
have a
do?
different
Like,
experience.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sitting over here. I don't like this angle. I can't see. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And we get very complacent about that.
Yeah.
We should be sitting in different seats on Sunday.
Yes. So
I
when-
like that. I've thought about
Well,
that.
I and that's what I'm going to do here in a few. I'm working on that too, man.
Uh-oh.
Andrew was
No
talking about this.
sermon.
Yeah.
I'm going to, a week beforehand, I'm going to tell everybody next week, sit in a different seat that you don't usually sit in, because it's going to go with the message.
What if they
Can't-
do
you-
this?
You can't abuse me if I'm in a different
I was going to, I have to look for you now. Like, oh,
Hey, where's Richard at? He's
I was going to do it. I was going to do it on the spot that Sunday morning, but like, all right, everybody stand up, move seats. But then you got families, you got
Yeah.
people with kids. That's a lot of moving. So I'm going to do it a week before, and I'm going to preach on why I have you do that.
I'm gonna sit on the stage.
Yeah, just sit behind.
Facebook
So
reminder.
back to that. I mean, one of the main reasons why I like that about the togetherness.
Yeah.
You were talking about seeing your kids go and interact with other people.
Yeah.
I like that for us. Like, it forces us to get out of our comfort zone and out of our way
Yeah.
of, I'm used to doing this and this is what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
It now forces me to get up to move. And next thing you know, I'm sitting next to somebody else that I've never sat next to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a different experience because God's telling me, you need to be next to this person, whether you need to say something to them or they're going to say something to you.
Right.
Like, something's going to happen and you need to be there for a reason. And God's going to tell us why we're there.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the togetherness is then you realize afterwards, especially on the ride home, you're talking to your family and you're like, man, that was kind of weird, but it was really cool.
Yep.
Like, I didn't know this about this person, or like, well, we see him all the time, but I never talked to him.
Well, that's what drives me crazy. People that have went to church together for years and they don't
each
know
other.
each other. It's
Yes.
like, well, I know that's John. He sits over there in the front row and I sit over here.
Yeah.
And that's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're so far away from what the church was made for.
Yes.
We were made for connection. We're made with being together. We're made to break bread. And we was talking about this today, or yesterday maybe, where churches began eating together. Like there was no church buildings. There was no, big elaborate thing. It was, they were at each other's house eating, breaking bread, talking.
That was the
Went to
first
their local
Baptist
IHOP.
church.
We'll be right back.
Well, hey there. This is Mike from the Almost Brothers podcast. We want to thank you for checking out this episode. We want to ask you, has this podcast encouraged you in any way and you would like to give back? Well, guess what? We have a way that you can do that. Okay, you could do $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. What this does is this helps financially support the show so we can continue to put out good content and encourage you. So if you've got time, go down in the show notes and click on that support button that will take you to the page to where you can give back and help us to continue this thing. Back to the episode. Yeah, that was
how Baptist church started
yeah.
eating.
They went to their local IHOP.
Wow.
I was going to say, there it is. Hey, I was trying to get you to hit the button. Bobby, I think you hit on something, man. You said one word that stuck out to me. I'll listen to everything, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
But the
One word really stuck out.
The one thing that
Absolutely.
it's that word expectation.
Yeah.
When he said that, I thought, that's it.
Yeah.
I expect to sit here. I expect to. There's a lot of different things we expect to happen, and that's a preconceived notion before you even walk in.
Right.
I want to walk in and just be like when we got in here at worship today. I'm gonna tell you. You've already heard the story twice. This will be the third time. Whenever we opened up worship, I was nervous. I'm about to get up to preach. My heart's racing, and sometimes I get nervous. Sometimes I don't. And this time I just was, man. I was like, wow, I'm really nervous, and I don't know why. And I started praying, and part of the prayer towards the end, letting you guys in on my prayer life, as Tyler was singing and the band was playing, I was thinking, God, you are good, you are worthy, and I just give me boldness. I don't want to be timid. I don't want to be scared.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about Joshua, and there's no reason to fear because God is with you.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. Within 10 seconds, all of 10 seconds, Tyler said from the stage in one of those parts of the song where you can, he said something.
Yeah.
And what he said was this. He said, God, you are good. God, you are worthy. Don't give us timidity, but give us boldness.
Yeah.
And I thought I just said that. And I didn't say it out loud. If I did, it was so loud you couldn't have heard me. So I thought that's it. And my hair stood up.
Yep.
And I thought, this is it. That's not coincidence. And
Yep.
no coincidence.
Yep.
No way, no how.
And again, that's when you're connected without even having to talk to each
Yes.
other. And it's just like, oh my gosh, we're like, everything is lined up where you're in it together. And it's like God revealing himself in moments like that. Like, I'm with you. Let me show you I'm with you. I'm going to give somebody to say what is on your heart. And it's just like, oh gosh. Like, okay, I'm on the right. We're before they even know it, we're connected. It's like,
And
it's
I was
so weird.
not expecting that.
It's so weird how things work like that. I remember there's one day I was having such a horrible day, and our lead pastor Preston texted me and said, "Hey, I appreciate you, and I'm praying for you right now for some reason." I was like, I kind of needed that.
It's like, that's right on time. Yep, that's exactly what I needed.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, no. That's crazy.
It's so good. Well, it's like, all of, are you married? I don't know if you're married.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not married.
So us with our spouses, like sometimes we're just on that same page together.
And sometimes you're not.
And they'll say, I know, right? You'll be on a complete different page. Like, what are we? We're in a different book. What
Are
is
you
going
thinking
on
what
here?
I'm thinking?
Like, man.
No. Okay.
are
Yeah.
you?
You in right
But like
now.
they'll say, like Jamie will say something, and it'll be exactly what I need to hear at the exact right time. And it's like, I love you, thank you. I really needed that. And sometimes it's even like, hey, you come on, you're in a funk today. Let's get out of that. And it's like, you know what? You're right. I kind of needed that kind of thump in the back of the head. And it's a beautiful thing of how God will move in those moments and like just kind of bring you out of it or reassure you. Just kind of that, that dad putting his hand on your shoulder, like, hey, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So it's a beautiful thing. What are some of the things that drive y'all crazy about when people just want to argue and not be together, get together on anything? Oh, Tyler took a deep breath. Oh man.
Well, first let me go.
Man.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to the first one because I have something that I like about.
Oh,
being
okay.
together.
Okay.
I like making connections.
Yeah.
It's very cool where those connections can lead to.
Yeah.
We went to Lighthouse did a night of worship and they did it with the assembly, and I grabbed our worship team, and we went, and they're like, dude, I guess their worship director, whatever they call it, they reached out to me and they're like, dude, it was so cool looking up and seeing another church here. And they're like, we want to do this again and we want you guys to be involved.
That's cool. Yep. Oh yeah.
Is
Yeah,
Jeff Price still over
No.
there? No.
No. Mm-mm.
You said you had something that really bothered you. Another deep breath.
It's
I'm telling you, man.
Wow.
because I've experienced it personally. Gang versus gang
Yes. Yeah.
mentalities.
Yep.
Is
Especially in churches.
church versus church mentality.
Yep.
Me and my wife did that, or kind of went through that when we left our first church, and it was a very, very hard conversation, which left kind of both of us a little, how do I put it, bitter.
Yeah. You kind of see those people in a different light after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I try not to, because I try to just get over it. We're moved past it. It's in the past. I try not to be bitter of it, but sometimes I think about it and I'm still a little bitter about it because it creates division.
Yep.
And I hate math.
Yep.
That's
pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is that in the Bible?
It's in Numbers. Thank you. I'll be here for another 20 minutes and I'm going home.
Was one of the best jokes that man has ever said. That was pretty good. He was on top of it.
It was perfect.
Touche. That was pretty good.
Hey, he set me up with the
did.
oop. I appreciate it, Dwayne Wade.
That was pretty good. But yeah, and it's what I've been in ministry for so long. God, I'm getting old.
You really are.
26 years I've been
Dang.
in literally.
How old are you again?
Literally. Yeah. 30. I took over preaching in our youth group at 13. And been in some form of ministry ever since throughout my whole life. And that is one of the things that I noticed the quickest is just the lines in the sand. Mm-hmm. This is y'all's thing. This is our thing. We're not going to come together. Because we even had, what is it called? Ministerial alliance, where churches were supposed to come together.
Yes.
They meet, they'd come together. But still, there was that hardcore division of, no, y'all are that church. There's the Pentecostals. There's the Baptists. There's this church. And nobody done anything to get. And I thought, that's in the 90s. And I thought, oh, no, things must have gotten better by now. We must have learned our lesson and coming together and being one and saying, hey, let's let all the small things go by as long as we believe the main core essentials. Oh, no, it's just as bad as ever.
And that's the frustrating part because everything that divides is man-made.
Yes, every single thing. And it's crazy, man. And it gets so frustrating because you spoke on it tonight. If we can't even agree to come together and be together, how in the world do we expect anybody on the outside to say, I want to come and be a part of that?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
this is what I've come to notice. You talking about, we grew up 80s, 90s, whatever. And you're saying, did it get better? It's gotten worse. But I think our generation has seen it. We've witnessed it firsthand, growing up as kids, living in it as adolescents, as young adults. And now we're the kind of the guys, growing up, we're the starting to be the elders.
Right.
Or if not, an elder. And we see it. And I think a lot of people see it.
Yeah.
And it's just time. I mean, we can just, I don't care. In our own hometown in DeQueen, we have a thing called Light the City, and I just became a board member. We have a First Assembly, us, First Baptist Church, another Baptist church, a Methodist church, and we get together. Our town is a little over 7,000 people. And our teenagers, so we got one of the bigger youth groups, it's 40 to 50. And the other youth groups, they're, 10, 15, 20 here and there. But the night we decided Light the City is going to be a thing. Yeah. And they made it a corporation, all this stuff. So we go from church to church, and we got 3 pretty good sized churches in DeQueen. And we said, tonight we're going to have it at your church.
Yeah.
And then in about 3 months, we're going to have it at your church. And we get together, and the first night there was 330 youth there. Yeah. And then when they had it at DeQueen, when they came to our church, it was 320 something, but there was a makeup game in Horatio and another makeup game somewhere else. And they said it would have been more than the last one if they didn't have those makeup games that Wednesday night.
Right.
And I could see it, and it's awesome. That was the youth.
Yeah.
But I started noticing the parents, the adults that brought them came, and we're all there. It was amazing. I thought all these different denominations speaking one name, one truth, and I'm sitting there watching the teenagers, the young ones, just sit there, and they can see each other, and they're worshiping together. Their arms are in the air, and they're not divided. It's not like this church, because they all know each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow.
Right. They all go to school together.
And that's the sad part is they are all friends.
Yeah.
They all worship together.
Yeah.
But because of us as adults, we cause the division.
Right.
Hey, we do this.
Yep.
Nope. You can't do that. We do this. So when we start bickering, it trickles down to the kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even though they want to still hey, I want to go to their Wednesday night because they actually are doing something and we're not really doing anything over here. So I'm going to go over here.
Yeah.
Well, mom and dad's going to be like, no, we go to church over here.
Yeah.
Like you can't go over there.
I've literally, as a youth pastor, got a call from my pastor because he got in trouble because we went to camp. There's another church that didn't go to camp. So some of their youth wanted to go with us and their pastor got mad. Wow. Why is my youth going with y'all to camp? Because y'all weren't
spirit of competitiveness.
Right. It's like, because y'all ain't going. Like, what in the world are we doing here? Like, we're not trying to take your youth. I promise you that God will send us the right ones to be here. Like, who do we think we are?
When we had that meeting to Light the City, this thing we're talking about, I'm not going to say the dude's name. We all got together, and one of the terms they used, like you're talking about, they called it poaching. So at the end, when there's this thing at the end, how are we going to do this at the altar call and stuff? Because I don't want to look like someone's poaching, or we don't want other people poaching out of our. And I thought, poaching, really?
Yeah, that's how they look at it.
Furthest thing from my mind.
Yeah, that is how small ministry. That is how ministry-minded people are, and not kingdom-minded people. They're so worried about their ministry. They're worried about I got to protect our house. I got to protect this house. How about God's people? Yes. How about that? How about we? How about if so and so didn't like it at your church? How about you bless them going to another church? Hey, make sure you're going to a church that speaks the Lord. If you don't like it here, I want you to be somewhere you like. How about that?
Yeah.
How about going? Hey, what can I do better? If so-and-so left here because they didn't like, what can I do better? How about looking at yourself and going, what can I do to keep the people that want to go, instead of looking at that church going, you're trying to steal our people. No, maybe you just suck.
There it is.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe you're just not doing a good job and the people are going to somewhere else.
Right.
Yes.
Like, nobody owes you anything. Stop it. Grow up.
Yes.
Well, like you think your people owe you you just got to go here no matter what I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did something similar in Malden. It was called Impact.
Yeah.
Remember? And it was, every time we did it, it was growing and growing and growing, and then COVID hit and it just imploded. And it was really sad to see that be stopped by that. But going back to the original question, so I have one that's linked for both answers.
Okay.
And it's you.
Oh
gosh.
Wow.
Let me explain.
This is interesting.
Nice.
Right.
This is unique.
Don't hit any buttons.
Sorry.
So we've been linked in ministry for many years now. And the thing that I love about that is the lives that we have changed in that, and the connections that we've made in our families and our church families and the different churches that we've been a part of. But the thing that drives me crazy is I've been accused of riding your coattails.
Yeah.
I've been accused of just following you from church to church. Like I don't have enough willpower to,
Right.
to decide,
To decide
that
for yourself.
Yeah. And it's just, they don't look at the good that comes from it. It's all about the name calling.
Yeah.
You got to label it something. It's just dumb. Like it's just so
Right.
dumb.
When I see that, I know that I've noticed where Michael's going, you're going. I've never thought of that in a negative light. No, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
And I the story that you told about Tyler when you were talking about him and how your relationship formed, I've seen all this, and that's special. That's
Yeah.
not something I would ever think was funny,
Right.
or make fun of it. It's not riding coattails. It's bonding together,
Right.
and going through stuff together.
It is.
Because you
Yeah.
guys aren't really there for me. So this is where it's at.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I've told him when they were kind of figuring out where they're going to land on a church when we went to Alabama and we came back and all that. And I'm like, number one, we want what's best for you.
Right.
Regardless of where that's at. If that's with us, awesome. That's what we're praying for. If not, we're going to support you wherever you're at. Until I'm done in ministry, until I'm retiring, I'm sitting on a beach somewhere.
No,
hopefully,
you're gonna die. That's what we do. We die first. We don't stop. We don't stop.
hopefully. Oh, I plan on retiring. Okay, I'm going to be in the mountains somewhere. No,
Oh,
but
not by the ocean.
I don't want to be by the ocean. I don't want that. I get attacked by sharks. I can't do that. They come on the land to come after me.
They'll find you in the mountains.
But
Mountain sharks.
But I've told all of the mountain sharks, and I've told all of them, whether you're in the ministry with me or not, I'm always going to try to connect with you and get you in whenever I can. Wherever you're at in some capacity, I'm always going to try to. I told Tyler, when we get a praise and worship leader, I'm going to be leaning on him to pour into whoever that is, because I want to remain. I'm always going to try to not get a hand up, but help anybody I can. Hey, I want to connect you. I want to see what I can do for you.
Right.
I want you to be a part of this. If I got something going on, I'll call people that don't go to my church, but I've been connected with forever. Pastor Andrew, we have never went to the same church.
Right.
Ever.
Really?
Ever. We've always been in different church, but I've always connected with him and him with me to where if I'm doing something, he's one of the first calls. Hey man, I need a pastor to come and preach. Are you good this day? Because I want to be that connection. I want to bring the people with me, whether they go or not. So it's just another form of that. With Rich, it's like, don't you want good people with you?
Yes.
So then why wouldn't you ask hey,
you
come
trust them.
right.
Yeah.
You're building your community.
Right.
That's it.
I mean, we're talking about this tonight, right? I mean, it's a community.
Yeah.
So everything, unity, togetherness.
Yeah.
I got my community. Like,
Yep.
why would I not lean on my community
Right.
Yep.
when I'm going out and doing the Lord's work?
And it's usually people that don't have that
Yes.
that speak like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they see it and they want that, and because they don't have it, they attack it.
That's it. Since he retired from the Air Force. Sorry.
It's all right. I worked with the Army.
Oh man,
He worked with
we
the
had
Army.
we had every branch besides the Coast Guard and Space Force in
Space Force don't count.
yeah.
I was
We
trying
had-
not to say it.
We had Marines here.
Hoorah. There
One of my guitarist Elijah is in the Army. He's a recruiter.
we go.
Yeah.
Jacob's in the Navy.
Yep.
Yeah, Air Force. So I was just missing Uncle Sam. I'm not going. Never mind. It's inappropriate. The Coast Guard. I feel like he knew where I was going with
What
it.
I was getting at, like, okay, so he just retired out of the Air Force. Awesome. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's gotten out, and it's awesome because he's got all this time. I mean,
Yeah.
he retired. He's doing his own thing. He's our age. I mean,
Yeah.
40s. 4D.
I'm
actually.
28.
That's your age. I'm still in the 30s. Okay.
I'm not there yet. I got 1 month. Okay.
I'm 28.
End of July.
Yeah.
Are you really?
We've
28?
got okay. So we've got 20s, 30s,
Almost.
40s, and
Say it.
Richard.
80, 90. And we got Richard.
And Richard.
I'm almost 50.
Oh, so 40s. There we go.
Yeah.
40s.
Yeah. I'm
So
46.
20s, 30s, 40s.
You ain't
There we
50?
go.
Pretty
I'm
cool
just-
though.
Yeah.
I feel 70. But
You're only as old as you feel. Well, I'm 78.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That's what I said about my
Or
bad
how
back.
you feel or how you act. I mean,
yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, then I'm 14.
12.
Like
You're barely a youth.
I read
72.
I read at a 15-year-old level. Thank you
okay.
very much.
So going back to that, I about a year ago, maybe a little less, maybe 8 months or so, I told Bobby this. I've been praying because our youth's been growing quite a bit. I mean, you guys know this.
Yep.
It's been growing, and I said, God, if this is going to get any bigger, I'm good with it staying this size. I am. If this is what you want from me,
Yeah.
I love that. I'll do that, and I'll be faithful with it the best I know how. If it's going to get any bigger, please send me some help.
Yeah.
And this is before I knew he was going to retire or anything.
It's a good problem to have.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. So I'm praying about that, and then I don't know. 8 months later, he retires. He comes in. I didn't ask him to help. Nothing like that. All of a sudden, he's just there. Wednesday nights, hey, you mind if I come? And then it's just very faithful, very with it. So then we go to New Orleans. He's there. He's leading one of the teams that's going in New Orleans in one of the worst neighborhoods, evangelizing with our teenagers out there.
Yeah.
In parts that, I mean, some people might get mad, like, you're taking teenagers. Well, we took the older ones out there to begin with.
Yeah.
And the younger ones that went and did VBSs at other churches.
Yeah.
But he was there, and then Michael wants me to come down here and ask if I would preach on Unity up here. And I tell, Bobby about it, and he's ready. Like, when are we going?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're like, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
I thought, man, that's it. That is it. That's an answered prayer. And the more we're together, the more we get to know one another. But there's that common bond. When I was talking about the start of the service this morning, or this evening. And I don't know, you're talking about y'all's relationships and things. I think that's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's happening right here with me.
Well, that's how you build ministries. It's so much more. Like I could because God would send somebody else, but I couldn't do it without him. I couldn't do it without him. Like that's why I'm connected with them, is because they lift me up as I lift them up. I'm here for them. Tyler will call me and like, hey, I'm dealing with this problem. What do you think about dealing with? Because we do that with each other. I'm getting ideas from Richard. He's getting ideas from me. It's not Richard's there serving Mike. Richard's there following Mike. No. I need him.
Yeah, right.
Like it's not he's just here because I'm here. No, I need him.
Richard actually writes the sermons.
Build the ghostwriter.
You betcha.
I just think it's crazy. I was reading something where it basically kind of fell along the lines of, when God speaks to you to do something and you kind of ignore it, kind of the same along the same lines of trying to get together with people and you're kind of ignoring. You're basically avoiding some kind of divine intervention.
Yeah.
With bonding with God's people.
Yes.
I was thinking about it because we were talking about the church versus church thing, and this church versus that church and all that stuff. I started thinking because I like the medical science stuff because I was into that. We're the body of Christ, and that's 7, 8. I can't remember at this point. All right, 7. And there's a condition for that. It's an autoimmune disease.
Yeah.
It's where the body's immune system. I can't talk. There's something in the body that doesn't recognize, and it fights against it and tries to kill it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with
That's
a lot
good.
of
That is really good.
is
Write that
the
down.
body of Christ has an autoimmune disorder.
Yeah. That is good. In the body of Christ. That is so good, man.
That's really good.
Yeah, because it's exactly that. That's really good.
Hey, thanks.
Can I tell you guys something?
What is he on tonight? Like, we need to keep him up. He's like a gremlin. We need to keep him up past 10 o'clock all the
fed
time.
me after 8 o'clock.
That's good, man.
So I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis back in 2000.
Well, I heard you hint at something earlier, and I was like, I want to know what this is. Okay.
Now you're getting the behind
Yeah.
the stage.
HIPAA. Hey,
Yeah.
HIPAA.
Right.
Oh, it's okay. I signed
he's
off.
freely giving it.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's it. I'm signing.
He didn't sign the waiver.
Okay, I give you my verbal permission. Consent. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So I was, my stomach was hurting up here a little bit, and this was back in 2021. And I was going to the gym quite a bit, and I thought, well, maybe I hernia or something because it was really bad right there.
Yeah.
And so they looked and they found out, and it might be TMI, but I was backed up.
Yeah.
So it was just he's like, oh, take this, it'll clean you out, and you won't have any more problems. So a week goes by, and I get a call back from the doctor's office. They say, can you come in for another x-ray? And I thought, I wonder what they seen in my stomach.
Yeah.
So I go in there, and they do the x-ray. When they get to the x-ray room, and I'll preface this with my grandmother on my mom's side, when I was 6 years old, died of lung cancer. So when I get in the x-ray room, they turn me around and I'm thinking my stomach, get back on the table.
Yeah.
They say, get over there up on the wall and lift your arm up. And they put the screen up by my chest.
Yeah.
So what's going on? And is this my stomach's the issue? I'm trying to argue with them. Like,
Right.
no, you're wrong. This is my stomach. And I went cold and they said, we found something in your lungs. We just want to get another look at it. And it was down and low enough in my lung. Well, anyways, so my body just goes cold. I was like, oh, no. And I was just scared. Well, that comes back and they said I had a nodule or something like that in my lung.
Nodule.
Yes. And so they had seen that and they just want to look at it and they want to get a better image of it. So they sent me to Nashville, Arkansas, not Tennessee. Nashville,
I
Arkansas.
didn't know that existed.
They have a hospital called Howard Memorial Hospital. I go in there, they do the imaging, and then they said, okay, we're not worried about the nodule. It's not that big a deal. People have them all the time. They don't even know it and they'll die with it and they'll just live with it.
Right.
Like, okay, sweet. And then they said, but your lymph nodes are very swollen in your lungs, extremely swollen. It's actually worries us, and that of course doesn't help me at all.
Right.
Like, oh no.
Oh, good.
no.
I thought this was going to be a good talk. Never mind.
Right. And so they said, we want to send you to a lung specialist, a pulmonary specialist in Hot Springs. So long story short, I go down there and I said, just hit me with it straight. What does it look like? He said, well, you're young, mid-30s. It's either one of three things. It's either fungal, it's lymphoma, and he said, or it's something that's very rare that you probably don't have, sarcoidosis. I've never heard of that in my life. And I couldn't have told you what he said after that because I'd never heard of it. So I said, what would you do if you were me to find it? Because he was going to start treating me and seeing which one it was.
Yeah.
And I said, if it was you right now in my chair, he said, I would do a biopsy. I would want to know, and I can tell you 100% what you have.
Yeah.
I said, let's do it. So 2 weeks later, I come in. They do a biopsy. I wait 2 weeks later, and I'm thinking I've looked. Googling's not a good
right.
idea.
Yeah.
So
Rabbit holes.
I'm looking, man. I'm Googling, and it's
I'm
just
growing
awful.
a squirrel on my lung. Like, well, I don't know what is happening there.
Right. And it's not. I'm telling you, take it from me. Do not Google any symptoms you have. It's a terrible idea. So I'm Googling. I'm thinking I probably have lymphoma. More than likely, one of my guys in the Marine Corps that I served with actually had lymphoma the year prior to this happening. So I thought whatever we were around.
Right.
That gave me lymphoma. So I had this in my mind. The doctor calls. I remember I was at my mom's house and I seen the doctor's office. I'm just, man, I hadn't prayed that much my entire life.
Yeah.
And I answer the phone and the first thing the lady says is, she goes, it's not cancerous. It's not malignant. You're not going to die anytime soon, at least from that.
Right. Right.
Is there something else you got to tell me?
And she said that it's sarcoidosis. And I said, okay, cool. That's sweet. That's awesome. What is that?
That's the best reaction. Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
What
that's
is
what
it?
I'm talking about. Sarcoidosis, everybody. Yes.
You get a sarcoidosis. You get a
Ma'am, what is that?
So, yeah.
What is that again?
Yeah.
And so she starts explaining it to me. She said, it's going to affect you your whole life. You can't get rid of it. We can treat it, but you're going to have it the rest of your life. And I said, so what is it? And she said, what it is, any dust, like when you're mowing and dust is coming up, air irritants, anything that you're breathing in. And you're talking about autoimmune disease or what were you saying?
Autoimmune disorder.
Disorder. So what this is, when I breathe that stuff in my lungs, my body takes it as a foreign invader and it attacks itself, and my lymph nodes get really big, not just here but everywhere.
Oh, okay.
My lymphatic system actually starts getting swollen, and it takes it and it irritates it and gets it going. And here's the thing: I thought, okay, well, I'll just keep if it does flare up, I'll take some medicine. My lymph nodes go back down. And here's the thing: they said it causes a thing called granulomas. And I was like, okay, I kind of know what that is. And they said it's like a pea, like you would eat, a pea sized. And they said sometimes they're small, sometimes they get big, and they form in your organs. So we're going to have to put you a specialist for your heart, for your brain, for your eyes.
Oh gosh.
And they said, and if it gets big enough or in the wrong place, it could kill you, cause damage, permanent damage.
Yeah.
So I went to all these specialists, and they found one in my right eye already. And I've always been able to see this weird thing off over here in the last couple of years. And they said, and when they looked and they did the imaging, they said, that's what it is. That's what's causing it.
What?
So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it could kill me.
Yeah.
So I can't be around dust. I can't be around, my wife has to mow the yard now.
Yeah.
I can't go riding ATVs, spoilers, razors, stuff
Right.
like that, unless it rains. And then I think, okay, well, at least I'm not dying. Well, that was 4 years ago. Now I'm like, I hate this thing because I can't do my outdoor stuff.
Right.
And then it starts hitting you more and more. I got it forever. I got this forever.
Right.
You can't go back to 29 Palms now.
This is where the God
I
thing
don't
came
even know
in.
what
Yeah.
that means.
Well, this is where God came in.
Yeah.
Mom's not good.
I've always had a family business that I could go back to, a lumber business, a sawmill business, and I've always had that safety wall to hit.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. Family business.
Yeah.
I hate this family business, and I make good money. It's okay.
Right.
Sawmills, I don't know if you've been around one before. Dust. All
yeah.
it is dust. It's a massive dust storm, either sawdust or dust.
Yeah.
And I can't be in that environment. And I just sitting there, and I've always had this feeling, this call to be in ministry, always my whole life. And I finally hit the floor, and I said, God, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
I want to know. I need to know. And I knew in that moment what the answer was, and it's terrified me beyond anything else. And I said, I can't do that. I can't get in front of people and preach. Not after everything I've done, not everything I've seen. There's just no way that's me. Maybe be a good Christian man and father. Yes, I'll do anything you want. And it just did not go away. Week after week, I'm going through the treatments. I'm getting this stuff under control, taking this crazy medicine and powerful steroids that make I don't know. I just was very emotional from the medicines I was taking. And now I finally got weaned off of it. And I said, okay, I'm in. I'm done fighting it. If this is what you want me to do, because this is what I feel God calling me to. And I said, and if it is you, God, I want to see some kind of evidence, fruit from it. And there was a thing, October 6th, 2021. I preached there was 26 of them, and 6 of them came up and got saved. And some of the adults talked to me, and they asked me, you should think about being the youth pastor.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about that? That's what they said, because there was a spot open.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the ball got rolling. And I said, okay, God, that's one step. Then I got hired. That's another step. Then Josh asked me to preach on a Sunday morning, because I'm also the associate pastor.
Yeah.
Another big step. I'm taking these steps. Now I'm here with you guys 4 years later, and I look back on all the things, the doors being closed.
Yeah.
You can't go back to these jobs anymore. Right. And there's been times in ministry where I'm thinking, I don't know. This is hard, man. This is scary. This would be so much easier to do a 9 to 5 and do my own thing.
Yeah.
Instead of the weight and the stress that sometimes can come with it. Now I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't have that backstop, that safety of my what I could always go back to.
Yeah.
And God said, no, you ain't.
Right.
That's
I
not
took that
happening.
from you. Right.
Yeah, I took it from
and
you.
here's the best thing about it for you is you look forward. You're talking 4 years forward now. You just done your second trip to Africa now.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So like you have now gone from I'm only talking to about 20 youth to now, oh man, I got to preach in front of the church on Sunday.
Right.
Oh man, like this is going to be rough. And you're up there and you're preaching. Now you've done it a few times and you look natural up there doing it. And you're like, hey, I'm going to Africa.
Yeah.
You've done it a couple of times and it's great to see it.
It's been a great ride.
Yeah. Because he will, God will begin to nudge you in ways and he'll never just take you out of a situation. He'll close doors to let you go.
Open the doors.
Yeah. To let you go, oh, okay, so I need to go this way.
Yeah.
And then you go that way. So he's not going to like pick you up and go, okay, here you go. It's like, okay, that door closed. So now you have to go, okay.
I've never had him make it
this way.
impossible. Though.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
You know what I mean?
He doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called.
Right.
I heard that about 4 years ago when I first started. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it, because I thought that.
Well,
I'm not.
I think about the people in the Bible and especially the church world. People are so worried about image and being perfect.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, when did God use, besides Jesus?
Yeah.
When did God use a perfect person for anything?
He did. It was all. And
There's your math.
Yeah.
Right.
there.
Yeah.
And it was.
That's in numbers.
It was never just imperfect people. It was like seriously messed up people.
Yeah. Them tax collectors.
Like, man, I think about that.
Adulterers.
This dude, Matthew, joined this group of 12 guys. He
Gang
was
of
like
misfits.
literally their enemy.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking at him like, we know this guy. This is terrible. No, I know we're all a bunch of dirty, nasty fishermen, but not this guy, Jesus. No. And he's like,
anything but him.
Right. He's like, no, this is one of them.
But you want him to be with us on every day?
Yeah.
Like every day?
Yes.
Like, we're a part
Like, are
of
you serious?
every
Do you
day?
know what he's done? He's stealing from us. He's lying. He's like the worst of the worst. It's like, not only is he going to be a part of us, he's going to write down a lot of this stuff that is going on.
Right.
That's right.
And it's like, wow. He messes. He uses the messes, man. He'll bless the mess.
Yes.
Yeah. Too mess to bless. I don't know.
What was it? Too blessed to be stressed.
Too blessed to be strong. I don't want to talk about that. Leave me
That was a
alone.
tough day. We got you to laugh and smile, though.
Yeah. I kind of just sulk in these things sometimes, though.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm a sulker.
So now we're going to move into a part of the podcast that we call That's What's Up.
What's up?
Hit that music. Hey, listen. We in the That's What's Up segment. Here we go. Richard, what you got? Let's hear it.
No.
I was really amped up thinking this is gonna be good.
Like, oh, this is going. Okay, cool.
Jared and I are over here like, okay, what is he doing?
They're over there vibing, just
So in
I thought it was kicking to us here in a second.
I was like, oh man, we're in trouble.
and freestyle.
They're just
I
looking at each other.
told y'all I can't sing, I can't hold a beat.
Yeah, we don't want you to sing. We wanted you to rap.
Yes.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
Oh, just open a dictionary app on your phone. Just start reading.
GBT.
Yeah, give me a rap right now.
Right now.
Spiritual holy rap. Go.
So we do a segment on things that you're watching, maybe a new TV show, new movie, something you're listening to, something maybe that you're playing a video game, something that you got going on that you like to share with our listeners. Pastor Rich, what you got?
So Squid Games 3 comes out today.
Gosh.
Oh, it came out today?
Yes.
Okay.
Last season.
Does it drop like all at once, or is it just like
It's
little
all at
parts?
once.
It's all at once.
Or it's
Okay.
what it
Nice thing
has
about
been.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It again, disclaimer, a lot of bad language and violence in this show, so not everybody's going to want to watch it, but it's a really cool, just different idea for a show. So I really like it. And I finished my first Helldivers book spinoff.
Yeah, you were telling me about
It's
that.
called Rhino, and I swear, this Nicholas Sansbury Smith is the writer of these books, and he is a phenomenal storyteller. Like, it is
That's
just,
cool.
I mean, he's amazing. So that was really, really good.
I still got to check and see if I can use the one that you sent to me.
Yeah, the
So I'm gonna
prequel
check that out.
the prequel comes out in September, which is it's a 2-book deal that he's doing with that, and it goes back to when they like when the war happened. So
Yeah, how it started or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Very nice. Tata, what about you?
Not really anything new in that sense.
Are you excited for Wednesday where we're going to go? The Almost Brothers are going to go to the movies. Almost Brothers at the movies.
We're not recording there.
We're not going to record that.
We're
now,
recording
but-
in the movie.
but we'll talk.
Did we decide what we're gonna watch?
Well, that's what I was going to ask y'all. Do y'all want to watch F1 with Brad Pitt, or do you want to watch 28 Years Later?
F1.
I'd be good with F1.
What do you think? F1? Because
Because
I need to know, because I'm going to go by myself Monday, and I'm going to watch whichever one we're not going to watch.
I need to watch the preview for F1 to see first. I don't know if I even want to watch it.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I
It's
think
pretty-
you. I think you.
You
will.
would like it. I think it's.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm down.
You like Brad Pitt,
I
so-
do like Brad Pitt.
So there you go.
I saw that there's a World War Z2 coming out next year.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would watch that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I
they
would
kind
probably
of set
watch
it up for that. They kind of
Yeah.
left it open
Yes,
for
they
that.
did.
So
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Brandon
really
Lane's got a
going-
new song.
Brandon Lane, he already got his album out.
Nice.
My church, Liberty Hill, we have a worship night. We just started. We just set a date. We haven't really started
That's
playing,
what I
but
was
set
about
the
to say.
date, August 24th. It's a Sunday, 6 p.m.
We should load up.
August 20. What day of the week is that on?
It's a Sunday.
He just
Sunday
said
evening.
it's
Sunday
a
night?
Sunday evening.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah. Sunday
missed
evening.
that.
We're gonna start planning for that. Haven't posted on social media yet, but soon.
Nice. So this is a exclusive
It is exclusive.
world premiere. Very cool.
Yeah, something.
I
like
plan
that,
on
sure.
being there.
Cool.
Unless we got
beans.
something else going on. Very cool. That it? Nothing. Working on any new music?
I'm actually so I can give you inside of my head about the whole thing.
Oh gosh, everybody buckle in.
I know.
Here we go.
Which I don't know if this is what it will be because
dark
I'm
in
trying to. Yeah, it's dark. Because I'm trying to get the team involved with the planning. In the past, it was just the worship leader, and I kind of want the whole team to have their input and get into the planning with that. But the one thing that has been stuck in my mind for a little bit, especially since kind of thinking about ideas for it. I was kind of talking to you, Michael, and you, Jared, about, worship, really coming back to really what worship is and what worship means. Coming back to the heart of worship.
Oh,
one might say.
that song would tear me apart too. That was so
man.
good.
Love
I
it.
keep.
Yeah.
It brings me back to this phrase, to worship a king,
Yeah.
and that's kind of because I kind of wanted our worship night to kind of have a theme, an idea behind it, and that's kind of what I've been stuck on, and what I'll kind of propose to the team when we start planning it. But just the idea of we are just worshiping a mighty king,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And so that got me. I'm in the middle of writing a song called "To Worship a King."
Nice. Have you seen? I just saw it like a couple days ago. This praise and worship leader gets up there and he gets his whole spiel and he's like, yeah, so I wrote this song. This is about being humble. So I hope y'all really like it. It's about being humble. And then he goes to start playing and like pyro goes off in the back and like lasers are going off. And it's just like the worst timing in the world.
I love watching the worship like fail videos. Like there's one Corey Asbury was on there and he was doing one of his songs and he kept messing with words. He's like, I promise folks, I wrote this song.
I've seen that. It's good.
I seen what it was another big band. I think it was maybe Casting Crowns, where he gets up there and he's ready and he's like, I forgot the words. I'm sorry. Hold up. Y'all start again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, even after all this time this happens, like, I'm sorry.
Oh man, I
I
love watching those things. It's so funny.
happens to the best of them.
Happens to the best. I always talk because I don't talk. I'm not a good talker or speaker. I'm bad at reading. I'm not bad at reading.
You're not
But-
bad at any of these things.
It's just, so we have a confidence monitor at our church. And the way it's set up is like 3/4 of the top of the screen is the main slide. That's on the projectors. And then it has a smaller slide below it. And that's what's coming up next. I will jump and look ahead. And as soon as I'm looking ahead, they'll skip to the next slide.
Oh, no.
And I'm reading the wrong words.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, soon as your eyes
Yeah.
go down, it goes up and it's like,
Yeah.
no,
That's
wait.
what they have on ProPresenter, where you can see.
Yeah.
What's
There's
coming
there's
up.
something for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that
Yeah.
because I do that. I'll skip ahead while I'm looking. And
Which it's really good if you're teaching if you're teaching or preaching, because you could see
Yeah.
where you're
Yeah,
headed
where
next.
you're going next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is really good. Like when you get, okay, I know where I'm at, and you're talking and you can kind of just glance at where
Yeah.
you're going next and what's coming
I
up.
use
That's really
that
good.
in Keynote
Yeah.
on a Mac. I use that in my meetings.
Yeah.
I do use the next feature.
Yep.
But I can see how singing that would really mess
Yep.
me up.
Yeah, it's a whole time
whole
of
thing.
things. So I throw up my hands and raise your hallelujah. Wait a second.
Whoa, we're not there yet. Okay, here we go.
Wait. People are like, did the CD just skip?
The other kids go, "What's the CD?"
Right.
No, I mean that's like when we were coming up here tonight. We took turns picking us.
Yeah, we're
worship
DJing
song
on the way up here.
Yeah.
of like what we really wanted to hear. It's a 20-minute drive from the Airbnb down here,
Yeah.
and so we're like, all right. My niece picked a song that she wanted to hear. I picked a song that I wanted to hear, and then Jared picks a song that he wanted to hear, and then the next one we're getting ready to type in something else. Well, the system automatically put on another song. We're like, ooh, no, we're gonna leave it right here.
Yeah.
There.
And then our music leader back at home, when the song comes on, he always kind of starts with like the chorus, and then we'll go into the first verse.
Yeah.
And then go through.
Y'all did that tonight, didn't you, with a song where you kind of started it?
That's how it's originally recorded. But yeah, Honey in the Rock.
Honey, okay. Yeah.
And so my niece she used to sing on the worship team, and she does the youth band stuff. And so she's sitting there, and that's how our music leader always does it.
Yeah.
So she immediately started with that, and we're like, "Oh, don't worry, it's getting there." Like,
Yeah.
the
It's
song
getting there,
goes
bro.
That's
through
funny,
the first verse. And she was like,
It's
"Oh,
funny.
My bad." Like,
Yeah.
Now, is it the same worship leader I met?
Let me think. Are you talking about Eric? Yes. Yes. It is. It's Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
cool.
He's great.
So what do y'all have on That's What's Up? Something you've been listening to, maybe watching, maybe playing video games?
So like Jared mentioned, being retired now, I've kind of have started trying to figure out getting a little more into my maintenance work on my vehicle. I have 20 acres of land, so I'm constantly mowing, constantly working.
You mow 20 acres?
I do.
How long does that take?
With a bush hogger or like a lawnmower?
I have a zero turn. Well, so I have a wooded
Like a
area.
92-inch deck plate?
I have
Push
a
mower.
64-inch deck.
He's got one of the real mowers that you.
Golly.
So I have a 64-inch deck plate, but
Shoot.
I do have a lot of trees and a lot of it is wooded. So I mean, I probably am mowing about 10-ish acres of it.
Yeah.
Of the 20. But we also, there's a lot of maintenance work that has to happen with all the Ford mowers and the weed eaters and all that stuff. And so I've been trying to get into trying to get the maintenance stuff and making sure that I can learn how to do a little bit of maintenance work and work on lawnmowers and stuff. So that's kind of watching YouTube videos on that. And that's kind of what I've been guilty pleasure getting into of learning that stuff.
There you go.
YouTube.
I can help you with a lot of that.
He knows a lot about motor stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
You actually do, or is it a joke?
What's a carburetor?
They're in. It's a berator of a car. Right? It's the berator that's
He's
in there.
serious too.
He has no idea what he's talking
Okay,
about.
it's a joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in the engine.
Is it?
Where the engine's at of the
All
car.
right.
There's a lot of
So-
things in the engine.
So since you're new to the air, so I want to tell you a story
Okay.
about Mike Simmons.
Wait. Is it the?
Yes.
That was
I
quick.
love how you just have to ask, is it that you already know what he's doing?
Why are you not looking around right now?
You will hear why,
So
Do we got to hit the button?
and you will understand.
Mute. So, I just appreciate everyone listening. I love everyone.
So the guys at the church that we were going to at the time, and this is before I even started going there, but all the guys got together. They want to build a fence, right?
Wait, no, I think I was thinking of a different story then.
Oh well, we'll get
Were
to
you thinking of the check? Is that what you were
Was.
thinking of?
That was.
Oh yeah, that's a good one also.
I'm gonna stop sharing this stuff with y'all.
You can go ahead and just mute yourself for a little bit.
So they're building a fence. So they tell Mike, "Hey, run in and grab the toolbox, bring it back out so we can keep going." He goes in and he legitimately grabs a little Tykes toolbox.
You weren't playing, were you?
No, he was 100% serious. Brings it out to the guys and then tries to play it off like he knew that.
So I grab it and I go back out there and I give it to him and because I was kind of the go getter. I
Yeah.
can't help with that. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you want a fence to stay up?
Hey, can I say
I'm
something
not
about
part
you
of it.
really quick?
Yeah.
It's good because if you're messing up, that means you're trying.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
I just
There's
don't try.
something.
I'm just not gonna try because I'm gonna mess it up. So they're like, "Hey, run in and get the toolbox." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I run in, come back out, hand them the toolbox. I go back to standing, drinking coffee, and making jokes because that's all I'm good for in that situation. They need me there for the comic relief. So they're all like laughing, and I'm just like, and I caught on that they're laughing at something I don't know what they're laughing at, and I'm like, "What is so funny?" And they're like, first of all, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, I'm completely lost. I don't know. Am I serious about what? And they're like, "Are you for real?" And I'm like, I'm really confused right now. Am I for real about what? And they're like, "This is a toy toolbox." And I'm like, yeah, totally. I just wanted to make y'all laugh, And they're like, "Did you really think it was?" I was like, it was a toolbox. And I didn't know, it didn't click to me that it was in the kids' room. When I got it, I opened the room and I seen a toolbox. They didn't tell me where the toolbox was at.
Was this toolbox plastic?
Listen,
There's your answer. Oh man!
I hate y'all.
Real quick, tell the check story because that's my favorite.
Okay, first, aren't all toolboxes plastic?
No.
Not all the really cheap
I'm
ones.
So dumb. I am real dumb.
The really cheap ones are they can be,
Okay.
but
That makes me feel a little bit better.
legit ones are usually.
Were they really disproportionate? The way everything was like
Was
Well,
it
I
was
didn't
the
open
hammer
it.
the size of your water bottle?
I didn't open it.
That's good. That's good.
In his defense, the little tox was rubbed off. So,
But it was
I thought that was maybe a brand. I don't
bright.
know.
Oh my gosh, it's funny. The hammer squeaked too, and
So everybody makes fun of me now because I shared a story.
They got cute tools.
a few, right, a few
adorable.
episodes back about I didn't know how to write a check.
Okay. How old were you?
oh, this was
What?
this was a few months ago. This is not. This is not.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
that was a great question.
I've been known to ask really good questions. I'm so sorry. We're talking about unity. Hold on.
Oh, this is unity.
Hey,
This is how
hey,
we do it.
I feel bonded right now.
This is a good bonding moment.
We
don't know why I
bond.
share these things.
We bond over Mike's embarrassment.
I don't know why I share these. So I'm at Walmart and I'm in line, and I realized I didn't have my wallet on me, but I had my checkbook in my back pocket, like I was doing something with checks.
Did you get nervous?
Oh, bro, sweat, bro,
He's
like
on his
so
phone
bad.
real quick. Like,
Okay,
Google,
so
how do I do
Oh,
this?
just wait. So I get up there and I'm like, no. So I'm a sweater anyway. So I got the mustache sweat going on. I could feel it down my back, dribbling down
That's
to
a check sweat.
Right. And I'm like, I'll write a check. And the guy say, oh yeah, that's no problem. We take checks. Okay, cool. So then I look down at the check and I look at the guy. And I look down at the check and I look at the guy and I'm like, I realize I don't know how to write a check. Never wrote a check in my life. No idea. So I'm like, oh, hold up. Just give me a second. I got my phone's ringing. I got a phone call. So like I go to get act like I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Googling how do I write a check so that I can look at it and then
Yeah.
write the check. And I'm just the entire time, the dude is just staring dead at me in the face. And I'm like, oh, hold up. I just got to answer this real quick. I just got to send this text. And I'm like, oh God. God help me. I got no service, please. I'm standing here. I'm not taking this food back. I'm not.
Service at Walmart. You
I'm
never
not
did.
right. So I'm waiting on it to load. It's like the longest load screen ever. And I'm just like, don't look up at him. Don't look up at him. Don't look at him. He knows. So then finally it comes through and I'm like, all right, cool. All right. Yeah, write this. Wrote the check.
Date, named.
Well, I start writing it, and the guy goes, "Hey, you don't have to write that. We could just put it through the machine."
That's great.
And I'm like,
That's great. Then where they
"Bro,
stick it in there and it
sits
runs
here
it? Yeah.
watching me go through I want to die right now."
He
I'm
probably legit
sweating.
thought you were trying to answer a text.
Yeah, really. And that was a really bad text.
Yeah.
Sweating. And,
That's hilarious. What I also find funny about that is you said that was the first check you wrote in your life.
Yeah.
I probably wrote more checks than you before I was 18.
Yes, correct. That's correct. But then I did find
And
out
10 years ago.
you could just hand them the check and then they right through the thing.
yeah.
I'm still writing checks.
That's not the machine noise.
And it won't stop either.
And it doesn't go that
I don't
fast
like
either.
it.
It's very, very
It's very
slow.
slow.
I couldn't tell you the last time I wrote a check. I don't have checks because I don't want checks.
I just ordered a new checkbook.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh, and also didn't realize this until I got it out to give to him because I'm not an idiot enough standing here not knowing how to write the check. But I get my checkbook out and my wife, because she loves me so much and I love you, babe, so much. She got me these checks she ordered the checks. Okay? Not me,
That's just
but I'm glad
because
she
it's
did.
just what you needed.
Yes, because I'm a child. She ordered me checks and they were Avengers checks.
That's great. That's great.
So I'm sitting here trying to write on a check with Spider-Man on it, and I hand it to the guy. He probably thought I was 8 years old.
He was probably thinking this dude's bed sheets is Spider-Man too.
Right. He's like, I swear.
He's got a race car in bed.
That's exactly what he was thinking. Daggum.
No,
He's trying to make me laugh.
It's a TIE fighter bed because he likes Star Wars too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can respect that a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got a
Daggum, man.
Spock doll.
Oh,
I'll never go to that Walmart again.
Avengers checks.
They-
That's
you
like
are-
the
you
awesome
are-
way to end that.
like you know how places you work, people have nickname. They know these certain people that come in. They've got nicknames.
Yeah.
But you've got a nickname.
That's the Czech guy, man.
That's
That's worse than that.
Yeah.
The Czech Avenger over here coming through getting his cantaloupe. Just like,
Writing a check for
daggum, man.
Who does that?
I don't know. I didn't want to put it back, so I had checks on me because
Was that it? Was it just cantaloupe?
no, but it was
Oh,
food.
I was gonna say, brother, man,
It was a few.
just
things
go
of-
home real quick.
Yeah.
It was a few things. Of
Oh
food, but
man.
You have a debit card, right?
I didn't have my wallet.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
what
I
you
just
said.
had
have
my
it on your
check.
phone.
Yeah, my
Man.
checks were just in my pocket.
Put it on your phone.
I don't have my debit. I didn't have my debit card on my phone.
But
And Walmart doesn't take Apple Pay.
oh, they don't.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No.
Probably not the ones around here. You
Hey, I've never been to.
you have to
one
go
that
to
did
the
take
bigger
it.
cities.
Right.
Okay.
No, they don't take it down D Queen either.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys told me those stories.
Yeah.
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 Just-
we like to
it's
share.
so
You-
bad.
Feel free to use them in your sermons.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to forget them.
Building,
especially-
building unity. And,
Especially now that they'll be immortalized
Oh,
on
man.
Spotify
Yes,
and
yes.
everywhere else you listen to podcasts.
I also want to point out that our guests are both wearing Almost Brothers merch in our.
Yeah, that's right.
episodes.
That's
Oh,
right.
snap. And the hosts are not.
That's exactly
I
right.
did notice that.
What a bunch of losers! Imagine. So, what do y'all have? Something? A movie?
Oh, you didn't forget about me?
A check
On
writer?
this?
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. What do y'all got going on?
What's new?
Yeah.
Minecraft movie. Watched it with my son.
Yeah.
Watched it with Bella. My
Any
daughter.
good?
Yes. I mean, Jack Black. You kind of got to watch out. But
I
it
know.
was-
He
he's-
drives me nuts, man. I'm
The older he gets,
Okay.
the more unhinged he is, and he's already unhinged as is.
I know he's not, and I can't say I don't know this for a fact. 99% sure he's not a Christian. Okay, I'll just put it that
right.
way.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's all I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah.
yeah.
But I love that style of comedy. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I just do. It appeals to me. So,
Yeah.
and my kids have been playing Minecraft forever. And after that movie, I started playing Minecraft. I got on a PS4, and me and my son started playing it together.
Yeah.
And he left the room. 3 hours later, I'm in there by myself, and I'm on survival mode. And I think this is great. And then what, the creepers that blow you up?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, these things could get into my house. So then I heard my son in the background, just put lights up. And I was like, how do I make a light? So anyways, I think I'm about it.
You went down a whole rabbit hole.
Oh man, 2 weeks later, I have the most awesome setup. They can't blow me up.
That's
and,
awesome.
and my son, he looks at my world or whatever, and he goes, that is awesome.
That's
And
cool.
I just leaped and bounded over him. Well, then I start bragging to Bella, my 17-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm awesome. There's no way you're beating this. I got all kinds of strategies. There's no way somebody's killing me. And I look at hers. She's so awesome at that. I'm like, that's
man.
wild. She told me
Yeah.
she was good.
Yeah.
And I seen it, and I thought, can you do that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do
Is that
that
a
in
cheat?
there?
What's the cheat code?
Right.
Right, yeah. So
Up,
that's
down,
kinda
square, right.
What's new with me? You were talking about earlier. This is way right, left field, whichever way you want to go.
Which
Yeah.
rabbit hole you want to go down?
Yeah, whichever one. You were talking about like find a broken down place and doing worship in
Yeah.
it. I don't know if you even want me to say that or not, but I got to thinking while you were talking. I kind of went into myself and I was thinking about things, and you were talking about worship. Like I said, this is way off what we're talking about. And I thought of like, you can go to the bar. I'm like, what are you talking about? Broken and redeemed. Like
Yeah.
that I've always thought of that, but I
Oh,
wanted
that's cool. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about, man? You go to the bar to worship. Yeah, it's broken and redeemed. That's what we go to. You don't
Yeah.
have to use that, but
Yeah.
I thought about that. It's just broken people who have been redeemed. We're no different than anybody else.
Right.
We have
That's
just
good.
been set apart by Jesus, and we want everybody else to be a part of it.
That's
Right.
good.
Anyway, that's it.
That's
Well, it's something maybe you're watching, listening to, playing.
He's looking at you.
he talks about his mowers.
I did.
Yeah.
I was talking about mowing. While
Oh,
you,
yeah, you-
Yeah,
get the
because we
one.
went on the
That's right,
tangent
yeah.
where you explained what a carburetor was.
Yeah. It's
And then we got on the
it's a-
toolbox.
Right.
Plastic toolbox.
Yeah.
But,
That was a great segue, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
It was.
I just cheated up for you.
Yeah.
Gum.
You know, and I've also been playing a lot of golf. That's the nice thing about being retired.
Yeah.
Get to play a lot of
Never,
golf.
I'm
I have
so
never-
bad.
Never played.
The
ever.
only
Like-
bad thing about it is D Queen doesn't have a golf course anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to drive a minimum of an hour
Oh,
anywhere around to
Jeez.
go to a golf course.
And I just bought new clubs 2 years before they closed it down. And I just haven't been since.
yeah.
I'm really bad. Really, really bad.
I'm-
And everybody's always like, "Oh yeah, me too." It's not that. No, you don't understand,
I bet it's
Jared.
comedy.
You
I
did.
do.
It
you,
is so.
You did beat that tree.
Yeah, I broke my like 7-iron on
You
a tree.
Beat it? Like beat it
Yeah,
to death?
like I broke my
Okay.
club on the tree
I got
because I
you.
got mad. And then I sat in the golf cart the rest of the
So,
time.
so really, it sounds like the tree won.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
You say you're
so
bad
mad.
at golf. I can drive. but I don't really know which way it's going to go. It's like, woo, that's great. And then it might hook right. It might go straight. After that, no good.
You said drive. I'm thinking drive or drive the golf cart.
I could drive to the hole.
It's funny. My father-in-law plays golf, and whenever we go to their house, he's normally it's golf that's on. And I'll sit like Liv and her mom will be doing something, so I'll sit in the living room with him watching. I'll be like, he hit it far. And it's funny because he knows I don't know anything about golf.
You're like, oh, look, Scotty's winning again. Yeah, oh yeah, he's playing really great.
I see. There's a guy on TikTok I like to watch. He does a lot of like filmmaking stuff, but he plays golf. He's autistic. He's always starts his golf videos with, "Hi, my name's Landon, and my autistic superpower is I'm really good at golf." But he made one that was like, "But I'm not always good. Like I'm always editing my clips and stuff." And so right now, I'm like, this is raw edit. I'm just going to whack this thing uncontrollably, and it's going to go so off right. So he does it. He spins around and he hits it. It's going far off right, and that's pretty dead on. That's actually really good. Oh crap! And he does like 2 more times. The last time it's like, that's just going way off right. It's not going near. Why is it roll? Stop!
Yeah. So on my That's What's Up.
Oh,
I watched Ballerina.
What is
A
that?
weird name for that.
It really is. It is.
You're gonna have to elaborate a little
John
bit.
Wick spinoff.
What?
It's a John Wick spinoff.
is it a female?
Yes.
Interesting.
Never heard of it.
You've seen John Wick?
Oh yeah, all 3.
All right.
It is fantastic.
Yes, I've heard that.
It gives John Wick a run for its money.
Is it about like
It
a
is
female
that good.
character?
It is
No
that
way.
good.
Is the
It
main character
that
female?
good. Yes.
Yes.
Who is the female?
It's-
I'm not saying like
it's like-
attraction wise or anything. I'm just curious
It's
if
like
it's good or
it's-
not.
It's a big actress.
I don't remember her name.
She's the Spanish.
It's not Scarlett
Spanish.
Johansson. is it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's like
Spanish.
Della. I don't know how to remember.
And then Keanu Reeves is, they have.
Yeah, he
there too.
he's in like the last quarter of the. It is fantastic. Like I went in kind of just watching it, just like, okay, this is gonna be an action movie. It'll be whatever. It was great.
Now, is
It
this-
was great.
You have to pay to watch, or is it already out?
Yeah, no, it was it's in theaters
Okay,
right now.
all right.
It is great. Great.
There's another
action.
movie.
Yes. And not, because I go into it, I'm like, okay, strong female lead. She's going to go beating up, 300-pound dudes and flipping them around, and they're hitting her, and she's not, even budging, and she's just going around beating. No. She has her flaws. She has to fight more with her mind, like with her head. Like, how am I going to overpower this dude that's clearly going to overpower? It is great, dude.
Really
It's
Anna-
great.
And
I've seen
Anna de Armas.
Anna de Armas.
Oh,
Yeah,
De
I
Armas.
don't know who that is.
she's a big actress. She's
I think she's newer.
yeah.
It reminds me of another movie. Dang it. I think it's called Peppermint with Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
She's
seen that.
so basically it's like I think it's almost like a I can't remember like what the setting was, but I think it's something like her family gets killed by this group of people, and basically she goes all vigilante on them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's called Peppermint. It's got Jennifer. It's super like Carmen Electra type.
Yeah.
Which I thought that's kind of what it's going to be, but it was a little different. I thought it was pretty good.
Man, I was in the middle of it, and I text Richard and I text Jamie, and was just like, "This movie is great."
Yeah.
And I've seen I love John Wick. Keanu Reeves is one of the best actors on the planet. He's just awesome. Everything he's in is great. He's awesome.
Top 5.
It gives it a run for its money. I am not joking.
Really?
I
Yeah,
was
point blank.
shocked. I was like, I cannot believe how good this
You
movie is.
hyped it up to the point where
I
if
know,
it's
I'm
not
sorry.
that good,
I
I'm not
know.
gonna be
Oh,
very
I
happy.
know.
He's never going to come down
it
to
is-
another conference.
and especially if you go
Thank you.
into it and know, like, I'm going to an action movie. Like, there's gonna be some stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, come on. But it's fantastic, man. Great plot, great story, great acting.
That's good.
Oh, it's awesome. Like the mix of him coming into it, like the way they did it, awesome, great. Bad guy was good, bad guy. I mean, it was just really good.
Yeah, bad guys can make or break
Yeah.
a movie. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
So it was just really good. They set it up for the next one. They said it's doing pretty decent in theaters, but I was shocked at how good it was. It's between that and oh my gosh,
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn are my 2 movies of the year so far. But that right now is my movie of the year that I've seen so far this year.
That's your Oscar.
It's 9 out of 10 is what I'm giving it.
You're gonna do
on
like a
my
little
Facebook
award
when I-
ceremony at
whenever
the
I
end
do
of
it.
the year, like
Yeah, give my
movie
game
of the year.
Yeah. I gave my last year. I gave
leading actor, leading actress, best supporting actor, actress.
exactly
Best film
No, I just
score.
do my game, my movie of the year, movie of the year, game
Oh.
of the year. Movie of the year last year was Wild Robot.
No, it
Okay.
wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah. That's a great. Have y'all seen that?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's so good, so
It
good.
was good, but it wasn't like movie of the year good.
I don't
Don't you mute me?
listen.
Think of through the wah wah wah.
Listen, I'm not a crier.
Yeah,
I
We
didn't
know.
cry.
Yeah.
Cyborg.
I was on the verge.
right.
There's only one movie that's ever made me cry, and that was A Dog's Purpose, because I
That was
love
good.
dogs too much,
Okay.
and I cried.
It drives me nuts.
Yes.
Yeah,
It drives me nuts. Tyler will watch a movie and like it's the saddest thing in the world, and he's just like a robot. This not make me mad.
Dude,
I'm not sad.
Watch Marley
So-
and Me.
And
I
then,
did.
Yes.
And then-
I cry.
no, Marley and Me. That was the worst dog ever.
But at the end,
the end.
man.
I don't care. At the end, it's the worst. He should have been dead a long time ago.
It's
Okay,
hilarious.
yeah, I don't know if we can be friends right now.
Marley and
Marley.
Me. This dog would have been kicked out
You
to the
gotta
curb.
love
hey,
Marley.
where the
I'll
red
take
fern
it. I
grows
want
got me closer to crying
Lord.
than Marley.
That's
and
like
Me.
Jamie.
That's good.
We was watching this movie. I swear, there's like a war happening and all this stuff going on, and man, love story. And this person died. And it's so sad. And I'm just like, man, this is really tugging at the heartstrings. Jamie's just brick wall, just good to go. At the end of the movie, this dog dies.
Yeah.
The credits start rolling, and I'm like, she's laying in the floor facing the TV, and I hear. And I'm like, I know you are. I know you are not crying over this animal after everything we just watched. Drives me crazy.
You have a different relationship with dogs than I do.
Obviously, everybody on the planet has a different relationship with dogs than you do.
That's fact.
Well, here's my justification.
There is
okay.
no justice.
Richard,
I'm
did y'all
gonna-
just get a new puppy?
Shut up.
Here's my justification, because I'm gonna tug on your heartstrings. We did not have children. We've been trying to get pregnant for almost 4 years.
Yeah.
Our dogs are the closest thing,
Yeah.
like at least until now.
Okay, pause for a second.
Pause.
Okay, because
I
I
see what you
take-
did there.
I take pause.
Yeah.
I take offense to that. They are not the closest thing.
You're
Thank
my
you.
godchildren.
Thank you.
okay. Credit where credit's due. Before your my
you
godchildren.
Go. There you go. he's our youngest
Okay.
two's
Okay.
godparents. Yeah. Him and Liv. Yep. But yeah, man. That what else I do? Persona 5.
Is that a game?
Shut up, Richard. Yes, it's a game.
Okay, I got a question for you, game guy.
Yeah.
Game guy.
Ooh.
Game guy.
That's me.
No, me too.
Yeah.
So, Souls games.
Souls likes, yeah.
What do you think? Where you
They're
at?
hard. You have to have a lot of time to put into them. I think they're really good if you've got the time. Like for me, I don't have time to sit and just grind away and grind away and grind away. Like I want to get through the story. Like I love Souls like stories, but it just takes too long. I don't
You know,
have time to
have
get
you heard of
that good on-
Bloodborne?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
on PlayStation. Yeah.
Yes. I'm the guy who's beat it 3-4 times now back
Yeah.
in the day, and I unlocked all the endings and all that because I beat all the bosses
Yeah.
and the PvP. So you get into that mode. I'm the guy when they see them walking up, they'll literally take off. They won't
Yeah.
even unless they're got the same stuff I have on. I'm like, this is about to be good.
And that's a good game. That's a game that I can never fully finish
yeah.
because it's just too much
Oh,
I've
it
got to
is,
put into
but
it.
I love it. Like
Yeah.
I'm almost I am addicted to those kind of games.
Yeah.
I love a steep difficulty spike.
Yeah.
And I also like creative games where you can chill out. But
Yeah.
my favorite is when you're almost there and
Yeah.
you fought this guy 20 times and
Yeah.
he's got this much life left. And he's done it 3 times before where he beat you in that moment.
Yeah.
And somehow you parry it just right and he
Yeah.
dies. Yeah, like it's just
Yeah.
everything in you is just it's amazing, and then you're just addicted. You're hooked.
Yeah, see, I need a game where I can go, I could sit down, I could play for 30 minutes, put it away. Come back, play for 30 minutes, put it
And
away.
that's it. You can't pause those.
And
games.
not right. And it's I get to where I'm at the same boss so many times. I'm like, this is just dumb. I don't want to do this anymore.
You're a quitter.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's the big
keep
thing with Bloodborne. Because I know it's one of the greatest games ever made.
is.
And but literally all these Bloodborne haters that play this game, they're like, oh, you got to get good. That's the whole thing behind it is get
Dude,
good.
you do have to get good.
And it's
Or you quit.
it's like, no, I don't like it. I don't want to do that. Okay. They need to make different difficulty levels for those of us that want to play the game and enjoy it. Okay.
Oh, here, you want your wambulance?
Dadgum, man.
So
Like,
funny story for those that can't see us. The three of us that weren't talking were actually just left the room and came back while these two.
I got one thing to say about animals and games.
Oh, gosh.
okay.
Rest in peace, mac and cheese.
Why do you have to bring that up?
That's a whole nother story. That
All they do is
Do I have
berate
time to go
me.
get a water before the story
oh
starts?
gosh,
they
I
do
think
is berate
I
me on
think this is an off camera, off microphone
okay.
conversation because my baby mom was texting me that she's tired and wants to go home.
R.I.P. mac and cheese. Remembered forever.
Hey, listeners, we just want to thank you for your continued support for the Almost Brothers podcast. Do us a favor and go to your favorite platform and rate us and like us and share with everyone that you know. Thank you so much. Love you.